This book is an attempt to quantify and conceptualize that number. As you can see, the book is the size of a medium-sized room. The pages were large and the font was small. They contained the names of over 4 million Jews that were killed during the Holocaust, which is significantly smaller than it should be because many people were taken and killed without any record. During my week in Poland, I called my grandma to ask her for some names of my great-grandparents. The names she shared were Hannah Cutler and Abraham Bernstein. While I am so lucky that my family left Poland before the war, I still found pages and pages of Hannah Cutler's and Abraham Bernstein's in the book. This felt incredibly personal to me. It could have easily been them had they not fled the country while they had the chance. For those of you who don't know me, I was raised with no Judaism in my life. My family was completely unaffiliated. I did not even hear the word Shabbat until I reached the age of 20. I had never even considered the possibility that anyone in my family history had ever been observant, but here I was, staring at all the Abrahams and Hannahs in the book, realizing that it would be nearly impossible for me to be here as a Jew if my family had not been at least somewhat observant. So why was none of that passed down to my mom or to me? And I realized that while my great-grandparents were not lost to the Holocaust, maybe their Judaism had been. And 3 generations later, here I am wondering how after thousands of years of Jewish ancestry, I somehow did not learn a single word of Hebrew or a single lesson from the Torah in my entire childhood. And I felt robbed of an education and culture that should have been mine, but took me until now to discover it. Robbed of the opportunities for growth and connection that may have come from a Jewish upbringing. The Holocaust touched us all, whether directly or indirectly. There were and are people out there who don't believe we deserve to be alive because we are Jewish. Right or wrong, going to Poland taught me that being Jewish is something we have to fight for, and it's something that is worth fighting for. The history is there, the stories want to be heard, and there is a rich history that belongs to you. I'm still working on finding it and putting the pieces together and figuring out what it means for me. The last 3 pictures are of our group and Rabbi Rafi and Rabbi Garfinkel who led us on this journey. As I stood in Birkenau, I felt incredibly angry and sad, but I also felt motivated to take back what has been taken from me and taken from us. The middle picture is with the incomparable Rabbi Rafi who narrated our journey, and of course Rabbi Garfinkel who brought us on this life-changing trip. While I shed so many tears during my week in Poland, I had never felt so personally connected to my Judaism and connected to a group of young Jews. I am eternally grateful for the opportunity to go on this trip, and that there are people like the Rabbi who are passionate about connecting us with our heritage, and despite the adversity we all face, helping us connect with Hashem.